Activating hyperdrive.
This episode will be part 2 of Preliminaries. Part 2 of Preliminaries is to trust and follow your inner instinct or intuition. This is a trait or skill which you need to embody and nurture deep within your being if you are ever to make a decent life for yourself and truly become the captain of your ship. So what does intuition mean? And what does it mean when someone says, trust your gut? Before I try answering those two questions, I need to point out that everyone has this ability. It's not like some special power that's reserved for a few gifted people. It's just that some people use it more than others, but I believe everyone deep down feels it to some degree. So what the fuck is it? The Oxford Dictionary defines it as a thing that one knows or considers likely from instinctive feeling rather than conscious reasoning. And the great Albert Einstein once famously said, "The intuitive mind is a sacred gift, and the rational mind is a faithful servant." We have created a society that honors the servant and has forgotten the gift. It's information that you receive from within that is beyond any rational or logic thought, and it invariably contains much wisdom and guidance for you and your life. So when someone says, trust your gut, this is referring to trusting that inner feeling or inner insights towards something. It's information you internally receive, seemingly out of nowhere, and trusting it as containing valuable information and wisdom despite what your logical mind might say. So let's use some real life examples to help understand it more. I used to hang out with a group of friends on a regular basis. We would do the usual shit, go out for drinks, watch sports games, catch up for meals, and just generally hang out together. Yet most times after arriving home, I would feel a sense of emptiness and lethargy. Over time I realized that anything I said was jokingly mocked or ridiculed on a consistent basis by a couple of them. My logical mind accepted it as banter and that I just needed to toughen the fuck up. I dismissed any negative inner feeling I had towards the situation as me being overly sensitive, and I kind of just ignored it. But over time it got to a point where I could no longer ignore what was happening. It was like these guys put me down at every opportunity they had, and so I decided to cut ties with them. While I initially ignored my inner feeling, I eventually listened to my gut and took the appropriate steps to follow what my intuition was telling me. Looking back, I can see that those two guys were indeed massive dickheads who had inferiority complexes. They would consistently put others down to make themselves feel validated and superior at the expense of another's well-being. On a side note, about 15 years later, those two guys both double-crossed each other in a shady business deal that went really badly. Some other examples of following your instinct include you're in a restaurant and you're eating a meal and you don't feel at ease with the situation for no apparent reason. The uneasy feeling persists, so you politely pay the bill and leave. You might be listening to someone talk about a topic and you get a sickly or uneasy gut feeling about what the person is saying. You listen to this inner gut feeling and critically assess the situation or person talking, and either you leave or critically challenge what they are saying to you. You find yourself feeling empty, insecure, or get negative thoughts about yourself or where you are in your life after browsing social media. So you decide to cancel your accounts and focus on the positive areas of your life. It could even be that you're watching a video, including this one, and something inside of you tells you that what is being said is bullshit, or it just doesn't feel right. Something about it just doesn't resonate with you. You need to own that feeling, listen to it, because invariably there's some kind of message or piece of beneficial wisdom in there for you. This is especially true these days, as there's so much fucking shit out there on the internet, and you need to take any piece of advice with a grain of salt. So in summary, after feeling any gut feeling towards any situation, event or person, you need to assess what the message is and then take the appropriate action. Sometimes this action will not appear to be logic or rational, but it's important to try to follow it, as it's your inner compass towards helping you. To finish off this video, let's hear from successful business people talk about trusting your inner instinct.
I believe in the power of wandering. All of my best decisions in business and in life have been made with heart, intuition, guts, not analysis. When you can make a decision with analysis, you should do so. But it turns out in life that your most important decisions are always made with instinct, intuition, taste.
Then in Chicago, after 25 years of success on the show, I started to feel this isn't it. There's something more that's calling me to what is the supreme moment. And everybody has that. And you cannot fulfill it unless you have a level of self-awareness, to be connected to what is the inner voice or the instinct. I call it your emotional GPS system that allows you to make the best decisions for yourself. And every decision that has profited me has come from me listening to that inner voice first. And every time I've gotten into a situation where I was in trouble, it's because I didn't listen.
Thanks for watching this episode. As a suggestion, instead of scrolling through endless videos and numbing your mind, try listening to your inner gut or intuition throughout the week. Like when you're at work or at the shops buying food, or after a conversation with a friend, or even watching a YouTube video. Try to feel and listen to that inner instinct, what it's saying to you.